Hello and welcome. This is the New Year's Eve quiz of 2025. If you aren't watching live, then please do scroll forward past the pre-live chat, and we have got about 13 minutes of pre-live chat. There would have been more, but I was running around faffing. So there you are. Hello Tish, hello Sarah, hello Leslie, hello Fran, hello Ronnie. And who else I've missed? Have I missed anybody else? Hello, Rosie. Hello, Wendy, David, and Daisy. Hello, Trista. How is everybody? Am I a little bit squiffy? Maybe a little bit squiffy. Hello, Andrew. Hello, Pizzazz. Hello, Susan. How is everybody? Has everybody had a nice Christmas and New Year? Now, I'm at my sister's house, so I can see somebody saying hello, Tanzian, but I can't actually say anybody of that name joined, so maybe my screen doesn't show me everybody. Hello, have I seen Ronnie? Can you hear anything? Hello, Claire. She's watching on the TV. Excellent. So Spanner's here. It's the Emma of the Braesbury. What if you're not watching live, but hold on, want to listen to the pre-live chat? Well, then you carry on watching. Hello, Barry. Tina can't hear me. Well, I'm guessing, is anybody else not able to hear me? Or is it just Tina? Hello, Mummy Sanderson. Ah, I see you now, Tanzian. Do let me know in the chat. Well, I guess as Emma's already been sarcastic actually thinking about it. I think, Tina, it's you. Sorry, sweetie. Can anybody else hear anything in the background? Because if so, I can always put on my microphone-y. Microphone-y? Emma, it's lovely to see you. How are you? Yeah, Tina had the sound off. Never helpful. Sound off on YouTubula. Oh, I've forgotten something. Hello, Casey. Now, where did I leave? Tell you what, I'm going to leave you to it. Talk amongst yourselves, because I shall be annoyed otherwise. Goodbye. Goodbye. Last door. Oh. Oh, hello. Fancy seeing you here. Who did I miss? Did I miss anyone? Well, let's see what you've been yakking about. Emma's in hospital. That is so rubbish. I am sorry. Who's that tiny person sitting on the shelf? It looks like somebody with a pumpkin head. Probably best not ask sometimes. Hello, Sandy. Have I missed anybody else, or are we... I think we're okay. Let's new comments. It's a pumpkin head. It is, isn't it? It's a little bit creepy. But never mind. Oh, gosh. It's this. It's got a pumpkin. Oh, is it a pumpkin? Yes, it is pumpkin on its head. And it's also got pumpkin in its hands. And anyway, I'm so glad we have company. Thank you. Yes, well, I brought the headband all the way from Kent to Hampshire, so to forget to put it on my head would be slightly annoying. Right, shall we do a roll call of everybody who isn't here? Mike has been suspiciously absent for a while, so do we think he's out? He's imbibed already and he's comatose and fallen off a step. Is Tish here? Yes, good, Tish. Because could you ask Lamb to do drinks, please? What we're going to do this year is slightly different. We're going to do drinks first and then Lamb will send round the snacks trolley. I've put a lot of money into the virtual snacks, so you can pretty much choose whatever you like, which for Susan will just be chocolate, and everybody else can have whatever you like. No, Mike and I are not on a break. Mike doesn't get to have a break. He's not allowed. What else do I have to tell you? Hello, Cynthia. I actually have a drink. Admittedly, that was slightly why I was about 10 seconds of the lateness, because I was just topping up. And it's a little bit dry, so then we have a bit of lemonade to go in it. I won't show you because I don't want to be doing advertising for this supermarket. I don't have another headband. I have a Christmas hat, which I felt was probably, that's now past, so we won't do that. So I thought what I'll do is I'll have this, which I actually, funnily enough, I took into work and I literally wore it. And then I suddenly went into the toilets and I went, is this mistletoe? Is this mistletoe? Because I'm not sure, therefore, it's actually an appropriate thing to be wearing at work, because then somebody might think I'm literally an invitation to come and kiss me. So then I took it off. Virtual kisses are acceptable. So if you wish to send any of those, please do so. Pizzazz was sending me ideas for the quiz. I can say that none of those have been included, but Pizzazz, maybe you should be hosting your own quiz. I have got a theme for the quiz, but I'm not going to tell you until we start. And I started making out with the mirror. Sometimes not reading the chat fully means that you, goodness gracious me, can see some really strange comments. It's jolly cold in the UK, for those of you that don't know. I came down at Christmas and I left my gloves here. Then I came back and said, so where are my gloves? And my sister had already forgotten. So you can see it runs in the family. And she'd wrap them up and put them on a pile of books. I managed to find them. Hello, Tricia. It's holly, which is a winter and Yule symbol, not just Christmas. Well, I panicked. Mistletoe has white berries. Oh, well, that's all right then. I think that, yeah, well, I wasn't sure. I panicked, if I'm honest. If I'm honest, I panicked. Absolutely. Oh, hello, Sue. I hope we have Rolo with us. Hello, Laurie. Rolo comes to all my quizzes. He gets all the answers right, but because he doesn't have opposable thumbs, he can't write down the answers. Daisy also comes to all my quizzes, but she's a dog, so therefore she's only got one question right so far, and that was because the answer was woof. I don't actually think I've had a quiz answer of woof, and now I'm thinking maybe I should, because that would be quite cool, wouldn't it? I'm just not sure what the question would be. What noise does a dog make? Sorry. You didn't say hi to me, Susan. No, you didn't. Rolo. Oh, yes, we have 2 Rolos on board. How wonderful. So Rolo off. You have to, and Deacon is here. Well, that's good, because I did request that he was on your lap, effectively stopping me from knitting or crocheting. Crocheting. Isn't it interesting how it's crocheting, not crocheting or crocheting. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Yeah, so it's jolly cold. My sister's cats are not allowed in my room. Accidentally left my door open yesterday, and when I went to go for a nap, and there was 2 cats on a single bed. Not great. Didn't actually sleep. Jess says hi, meow, which is good. She's actually bilingual. There's a book by Alan Alberg titled Woof. Well, I say I could actually release one called Meow. I wonder how many cats we do have on board. I think all of my sister's cats are currently sleeping. Hello, Ashrith. Hello, Patricia. Patricia even, sorry. I think I merged that with Tricia, didn't I? Just got overexcited with myself then. Cheers, everybody. I do hope there's nobody that's offended by the sound of alcohol. Sound of alcohol. I decided it may be the only way I get through my New Year's Eve quiz. So we have a Jess and a Jessie. How? Jessie sends her apologies because she is... Who's looking after Jessie? Sandy's got 3 present and watching. See, we should do a tally. I would like to be the guide. You're sorry, Laurie's sitting outside Starbucks. Oh, that is cold. Oh, Michaela, hello. Jinx has gone for a nap. Linda, who may not be here because she had some social thing, she said she'd come, and then, but you know Linda, I mean, heaven knows. What am I drinking? Pink rosé fizz thing with a lemonade. I didn't purchase it, I was given it for some help with the cat. Literally, she posted a video of Simon's cat and fireworks, and then literally I turned it off and there were fireworks, and you can hear now they're fireworks, and I'm like, it's a little bit early, isn't it? We've got Margaret here. I know that our top quizzers, who don't know many of the answers but come up with some crackers, which is not Christmas crackers, Beatrice will not be joining us, unfortunately. So we won't have some random answers put in. So where is everybody? That's what I say, because we haven't got long. We're going to have to... It's 7. It's not 9:59. Oh, do you know what? It's going to fall apart. I can't even tell the time. I went into the phone store today to look at a new phone. The number of words were coming out of my mouth wrong. I thought, oh, what? Somebody said hi, Margaret, but I haven't seen Margaret. So it's all gone wrong. It's all gone wrong, and I keep pressing the wrong button. Anyone else stay up all night watching fireworks? No. Why are people saying hi? Hi, Margaret. Hi, my mind is blown. I might just... anyway, Margaret tells me what the time is. And my spanner. Right, we've still got 1 minute. Yes, so it's quite dry, so I put in some lemonade. So that might be a good thing for the old watering down, so I won't be face planted by the end of the quiz. I mean, there's been a little bit wahey and a little bit splat. But if anything goes wrong, I'll just blame Lamb. Right, it's 8 o'clock on the nose. How wonderful. I did think to myself, oh no, I've got a missed call. But I haven't got a missed call. It's because I lost my phone. Basically, I put it somewhere, forgot where I put it. So, all very good. So we're 8 o'clock and it's New Year's Eve 2025. So we've got 4 rounds as per always. We're starting off with our general knowledge. By general, it's kind of more random knowledge as always. Then we're going on to movies or books. Then we're going on to true or false. And then we've got a music round. 10 questions in each round. And I've tried to focus it on numbers, years, to reflect the significance and the importance of today in the calendar. So, have you all got yourselves ready? Little Lev has joined us. That's lovely. Do I know who Little Lev is? Is that another dog? Little Lev, question 1. Oh, Mr. Mike, there he is, on the nose, likes to make an announcement. I'm here, I'm late. Exactly. Question 1. In what year did Times Square begin its New Year's Eve celebrations? I know, he's here, but he's naughty step, isn't he, really? The trouble is, Lamb can't be bothered to do drinks on the naughty step, so he's going to have to stay in the main group for today. In what year did Times Square begin its New Year's Eve celebrations? I nearly read out the answer then as well. Done that before. 1947, 1842, 1907, 1943, 1960. 1900, 1907, 1912, 1953. We have a good range. A while ago, well, Emma, yes, correct slightly, but not necessarily 100% 1904, 1908, 1917, 1945, 942 BC. Possibly, not sure there was a Times Square then, unless BC is before Champagne. 1971. Stephanie, I think that might be slightly less recent. Well, any more for any more? I'm going to say that it was 1904. So well done, I think, Andrew. That was yours. Well done. Splendid. Now then, moving on, but keeping on the same theme. In which year, in Times Square, did the New Year's Eve ball drop begin? So, Emma's taking a point. I'm not sure she should be taking a point, but she's in hospital, so I can't really argue with her, but I will later, no doubt. 1931, says Casey. 1947, says Tish. 1907, 1945, 1907, 1947, 1946, 1960, 1910, 1900, 1971. We have a very 1945. Did they have a ball drop? Well, they had the ball drop when they started the ball drop. Still a while ago, but not as long as 1942, 1980, 1965, 1907. Is Mummy Sanderson unable to put... Oh, Mummy Sanderson can also... Oh, Mummy Sanderson and Claire Sanderson are, in fact, I believe, conferring. They've put in the same year. I think they're discussing. I think they're going, what year do you think? Well, it was before I was born, but just after Auntie Marge. 1947, 1950. Isn't this the same question? Oh, no, Leslie. I mean, I'll be honest, I may have done that before. But no, one is when they started the New Year's Eve celebrations. And one is when they had the ball drop. Two different things. One without a ball dropping. And one was 1972. Well, I'll let you know that actually the answer was, indeed, 1907, which was 3 years after they suddenly thought, what do we really need to do? What do we really need to do to make this celebration fabulous is to have a ball drop. Why wouldn't you? Now then, in 2025, which is actually this year, in case you'd forgotten, but not for much longer. And if you're watching this actually on catch-up, it's not this year anymore. On Times Square, they're going to use the Constellation Ball, which is slightly different to the Constipation Ball. It's the Constellation Ball. How many crystals and LED lights does it have? And because it's New Year's, I'm going to be really generous and say until the nearest point on that one. That's for your full point. Yes, that's generous, I think. So what do we think to that? Your Constellation Ball, how many crystals and LED lights? I'm going to give you a hint, it's more than one. 1.7 million, Tish has gone large. Go big or go home. Should have gone home. She probably is home, to be fair. Spanner's saying lots. 1.544,365. 2025, 3.2 million, quite a lot. 86,000. I can hear the sound of you Googling as we speak. If anybody gets close to it, I'll know Google played a part. 500. 2025, 2,500. 4,500. 5,000, says Fran. 32,000. 2026, and well, that would have been very forward thinking. That's the music coming from next door that you can't hear. 50,000, says Deacon. Now, what I would say is just make sure you are watching fully live. So if it says live on your YouTube stream, that means I'm live. If it doesn't say live, you might just be slightly behind, which is why the answers on the stream may be coming up before you hear the question. Sarah ends it with 35,000. But the answer actually is 5,280, which I think, Cynthia, you said. And I would say, Cynthia, did you Google or did you know? It's usually Rosie on the Google, so who knows? So, you know, fess up. But it is indeed 5,280, which quite frankly is still quite a lot. Now, the ball, and this is going to be quite a tricky question for you all, because it involves two different answers, so we may need to provide therapy after this one. The ball has been lowered every year except two. Which? Sorry, Rosie, totally sorry, not. Ah, you knew from attending another tour of the ball. How lovely. Mike, I haven't seen any ridiculous answers. You're there, but are you actually answering? Although my first guess was that you'd actually face planted after drinking too much, so maybe I was correct and now you've nodded off. The ball has been lowered every year except two. Tish has gone in for the two answer. Well done, Tish. Tish is saying 1942 and 1943. I haven't got any more answers on my board, so let's hope the chat hasn't stopped, because that would make for a really, really rubbish quiz. 2020 and 2021, 1942 and 43, 20, 21, 42 and 43. You can't just copy Tish. Tina, can you make sure you're watching live? I think there is, however, necessarily a delay. Tina is going from 1943 and 2021. Ah, Leslie's gone for the start of World Wars 1 and 2. 1942 and 1943. Rosie, thank you for that level of detail. I would not have picked that up. 42 and 2001. 48, 2001. 43 and 44. 41. Tina's alive. 1941, well, that would only give you half a point if you're correct, because we need 2 years here. I'm being very demanding. The two when they didn't. Emma, you need to guess now. I don't care if you're actually under the influence of morphine. Just make it up like you normally do. 43 and 44. 42 and 43. Ooh, tricky. 1939 and 2020. Well, of course, the COVID years. Did they drop the ball in the COVID years? I think we've had this before, where Tish apparently is perhaps the founder of YouTube. 44 and 01. Mr. Higgett is with us. His guitar. Oh. Well, I'm going to take you to put you all out of your misery. It was 1942 and 1943, which was indeed the wartime dim out of New York City lights. So there was no ball drop. Not in 1942 and 43, but of course in COVID, there's no worry about the lights, just about the breath. So they didn't breathe near each other. So where did the idea of the New York ball drop likely come from? Where did the idea of this ball drop come from? I'll be honest, you should be super proud of yourselves if you did get to both years right. I'm not sure I would have had a clue, but luckily I didn't need to because I set the questions. Tish is still partying down the aisles. Golf. Leslie's saying the idea came from golf. Somebody's clumsiness. Isaac Newton's apple. I heard they used to roll it off a building. Paris. I'm loving the answers. Wimbledon. H.G. Wells. Norway. Ships. Golf. Someone's mind. 450. I think we might perhaps have gone on to something else. I think it was the New York Times. Baseball. Oh, Lord in heaven, the cat wants in. Excuse me. Carry on. I can hear. I forgot when I closed that door. Oh, for goodness sake. Could you not have waited? Seriously. I'm on a live stream. I don't need you guys scratching at the door and never get any peace. Oh, goodness gracious me. Someone with slippery fingers. Someone with slippery fingers from the balls of ships. I think it was a department store promo. 2 minds with a single thought. I love your answers. Not one of you has got it right so far. Someone got booked on the head. I think Ronnie's going. Right. So, okay, not a sausage. Right. Thanks, Sprinkles. Hi. Yeah. Hi, Sprinkles. Do you want to answer the questions? Hold on 1 second. Sprinkles. Hello. Hello, Sprinkles. Right, okay, so sailor's ball to set time. The idea of the New York ball drop came from Greenwich Observatory. I'll explain more later, but first of all, I want to know what year. I will, because I am being super kind to you. I'm going to let you... I thought you were talking to me then. Hi, baby. Go to the nearest decade. So what year did the Greenwich Observatory first start ball dropping? She's a lovely girl, isn't she? 1900, says Tina. I nearly said Tinkles. Sprinkles and Tina. It's all going wrong. Did you say observatory, Emma? I'm sorry. 1890s. It's all gone to pot already. Get the cat on, and now we're all talking. Come on, let's focus. 1732, 1645. Goodness gracious, you're nearly 100 years apart. 1860, 1900, 1800s, 1900. We are spanning the centuries. Pumpkin. 1920s, 1780s, 1830s, 1600, 1889, 1700. You take care out there, Pumpkin. Yes, sweetheart. Pumpkin's massive. Like literally the biggest cat you've ever seen in the entire world. 1800, 1829. Nice area near Greenwich Observatory. Very friendly squirrels. I do like squirrels. 1666 and 1542. I also do think it's very nice. The walk going up to Greenwich Observatory is like that. And you get up there and you're like, the view's incredible. I did think, well, they're great for a tour. But then you'd have to walk up again. 1832. Right. You're doing well, actually, I think. You've done much better. And I did say I'll accept a decade. So some of you didn't get it right on the nose, but you got it close to the nose. Some of you are so far out, it's no points. It was 1833. Okay. What time does it drop now? Can you see Pumpkin? I'll be honest, I'm not sure, because A, he weighs a ton, and B, he doesn't particularly like to be picked up. Just very, this is just really, really very slowly. Hello. Hello. He's 10.5 kilos, cat. midnight, 11 a.m. Oh, I think I've got a hormonal hot flush just from the exertion of picking him up. Big boy. Hello, big boy. Midnight, midday, 11:58, 11:59, midnight. Oh, lots of you going at midnight. 00:00. Midnight, 1 p.m. Midnight, midnight, midnight at the Oasis. Loads of you going for midnight. Now, bearing in mind, this isn't New Year's Eve. It's not midnight. It's at 1 p.m. Well done, Emma. Did you just Google, Emma? Are you now Googling? Are you Googling? What colour is the ball that drops? It's not ginger. Oh, that's 2 pumpkins. You've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pumpkins now. Oh, I've got cat fur up my nose. Sorry, pumpkin, I know the indignification of it. Green, says Leslie. Controversial. Red, white and sparkles. I actually read that as red, white and squirrels. Red, gold, grey, red, white and blue, red, purple, red, white and blue, multicoloured. So got the colour out of space, blue, the colour out of space. No, we're still not talking about the Times Square ball. We're talking about the Greenwich one, which goes at 1 p.m. Red, gold, at Greenwich Observatory. Tina, I picked up pumpkin for you. No, we moved on. We've moved on. Silver, I may have to wash my hands in a minute. I literally don't know how. I've got so much pumpkin. I mean, to be honest, it doesn't really matter anyway, but we moved on. No, we moved on when we started talking about where the idea came from, and then we asked what year it started, and then we said what time does it drop, and then we said what colour is it? The colour's red. Okay. And lastly, on the Greenwich, we're still talking about Greenwich. Why did they drop the ball? Yeah, I know. I guess I need to be far clearer and with less cat interruptions. It's got badly wrong and we're only on the first round. The Greenwich ball, why did they drop it? They started in 1833. They do it at 1 o'clock. Why? Puberty, shipping, setting watchers, butterfingers, slippery fingers. They can't hold it anymore. A lot of fingers in that one. As a sign, because no one had clocks or watches. Signal to ships on the Thames to help ships navigate. Standardised timekeeping. Very good, Daisy. Ship navigation. Ships to set their times. Ships themselves. Ship signal. Ships to operate to synchronise clocks for sailors. Sorry, I'm thinking that if I don't put... I think I got it. Splendid. I think I've removed the ginger fur from my nose. Ship signal, chronometers might be more than clocks. Well done. Quite a few of you have got it kind of right, and mostly right, nearly all right. And it's to let ships in the Thames set their marine chronometers. The ship, to be clear, does not do it itself. The ship is not able to set times. it is a thing. So it would really be the sailors. So if you're on that kind of vein, give yourself a point. Well done. Well done. Last question this round. Hallelujah. What is the term if the ball doesn't drop? I know, Pumpkin. I know. Oh. So what is the term if a ball doesn't drop? I know, they're crazy. They made me do it. Everybody's thinking now. There's a pause. Bother! Malfunction at the junction. Time has been lost. Time out. Falsetto. Forgotten. Time out. Houston, we have a problem. Ouch. Ball dropper was drunk. Time has stood still. Oh heck, time lag, time out. Has Mike answered this one? Come on, chaps. Check, pause, check your pockets. Oh, Lamb just stumbled back with somebody's wallet. It's not an answer to the question at all. Lamb's apparently on the thieving. Typical. Has anybody got it right? No. What is the term if a ball doesn't drop? Undescended testicle, or medically it's called crypto-orchidism. It's so naughty. Not one of you, not one of you, not one of you, not one of you. I mean, I was expecting Michael at least. Leslie got half a point. Wow, that's very well done. You didn't have your minds in the gutter, and Claire's far too young and innocent to know about such things. Well, Casey was about to type the undescended answer. Well, you should have done. Well, actually, it's not a naughty mind. Cats, unfortunately, when they go to be neutered, sometimes they have. So when they get neutered, they have to actually locate it, and it actually costs more. Do you know what? Thank you, Fran. You've backed me up. Her Maine Coon needed to have surgery for that, and it was a very expensive day. Well, now you know. Now you know. This is New Year's Eve, guys. Come on. Stop being so well behaved. Not like you. This is the second round, movies, books. Question 1. In Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, what is the meaning of life? I know, I'll be honest, I thought Mike would be straight on that. "42, 42, 42, 42, 42, 42, 42, 42. Now, this is when I love whether or not A consensus of answers means you have the right answers. Sue's going for one better and going 43. This is when, Tish, you see, you don't know and you thought 42 because everybody's saying that. But as we know, that doesn't always work because in the past, you've done that before. Life, the universe and everything. Tina's saying, why is everybody answering 42? Yeah, 42 is just coming to you. Not sure why. It's in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. What is the meaning of a life? And well done to those who have shamelessly stolen from everybody else. I think we all know it is indeed 42. Who wrote the book? Loved this author when I was at uni. Loved the author. Who wrote the book? So Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy was made into a series on the TV. I haven't actually read that one, funnily enough. It wasn't those. It was Long Dark Tea Time of the Soul and things like that I watched. I didn't watch, I read, even. Mr. Adams. 42, that's just the answer. It was put into the supercomputer, and that was the irony that... asked the computer for the meaning of life. It went through everything and it came out with the answer of 42, which I did for some reason think that when I got to 42 something would happen of merit. It didn't. It didn't, sadly. And yeah, wonderful. If you haven't read some of his books, oh, does it really? His gravestone has 42 on it in Highgate Cemetery. How amazing. Oh, I'd love to see that. Mary's just openly cheating. Plagiarism. Plagiarism, isn't it? You copy somebody else's work? It's outrageous. We should have fines and everything. I'm sorry, if you can hear, somebody is eating so chewily. It's a cat. 42 is when your menopause starts. Well, maybe that is the meaning of rife. Meaning of rife. The meaning of rife. Or the meaning of life. Who wrote the book was indeed the very funny Douglas Adams. Now, question 3. Number 6 said, I am not a number. I am a free man. What is the name of the series? Chewily, yes. You can't hear chewing. No, that's good. It's not particularly that pleasant to listen to. Oh, you can hear the munch. It's not my sister, I promise. I've forgotten what the question was now. Number 6 said, I am not a number, I am a free man. What is the name of the series? Very careful not to put my fingers in my eye in case I am allergic to the fur on my finger. Apparently Casey's not very well read. Well, the great thing is you have the time to read it. I like that one, Pizzazz. Tina says, guess I'll say The Prisoner, because everybody seems to be saying that, except for Pizzazz, who's gone a little bit je ne sais quoi. The Convict. The Convict sprinkles, but no, I think we will be true to ourselves and we will say it's Prisoner. Question 4. Another one you'll be very displeased with, some of you. Mr. Hanky, the Christmas Pooh, was introduced in which comedy series? Mr. Hanky, the Christmas Pooh, was introduced in which comedy series? Ooh. South Park, we've got The Simpsons. I'm not fat, I'm big boned. South Park, apparently. Claire also indicating that she doesn't know the answer and she's nicked it, as has Tish. This is interesting. Respect my authority. I actually say that at work. Beavis and Butthead. Susan has no idea, so she hasn't even stuck to one. Plagiarism. She's plagiarising them all. South Park, never watched it. It's very infantile. Very infantile. I think I watched the first one and I was like, what is that? That's just weird. And then the second time you're like, oh. Yeah, very infantile. A few more fireworks. Don't understand. Why go off now? Forgotten. So, Mr. Hankey, the Christmas poo, was introduced in South Park. Well done. And what number was he? There is a chat lag. 2. Mike has gone, Hashtag 2. 2, 2, 2. And number 2. 2. Another trick question, Tina? Maybe not trick. Maybe not a trick question. Maybe just more of a cryptic quiz clue than a simple quiz cue. 2. So Mike, just for those in the back seats, what number is Mr. Hankey, the Christmas poo? Takes a glug of wine to stop chuckling. I love me a riddle, a riddle. I did say it was all about numbers and years. And I can tell you that, yes, this one was a little bit naughty. A little bit naughty. But Mr. Hankey, the Christmas poo is, of course, a number 2. Question 6. Which year did George Orwell write about? Which year did George Orwell write about? Ooh, consensus so far. I know, Mike, how forward-thinking he was. Although the years are juxtaposed. Another great book. I read that a long, long time ago. I don't think I enjoyed it that much, to be fair. It was rather dark. And actually, would you believe if I told you that 1984 was 41 years ago? Yes, it was. I think, I can't remember when I read it, but it was in England. It was in English. Perhaps I really shouldn't have a New Year's Eve tipple. I'm not sure it's helpful. Well done. I think the majority have managed to say it was indeed 1984. Now, which room is used for torture? I'm sorry, Rosie, but you're younger than everybody, as you've said. Well, not everybody in the world, but a few of us. mature people. Very mature, as I demonstrate all the time. "101. 101. I can always tell when Tishes does not know the answer because she usually answers first if she knows the answer or thinks she knows the answers, and other than that she's just copying. Dungeon chamber, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Which room is used for torture? Take me to the dungeon chamber. Please do, if you're watching, like the video. I'm not sure if it does anything, but you know, hey ho. And thank you to those of you who are sending tippalips. Fran doesn't remember. It's too long ago. It's fallen out of her head. I would say, Fran, that quite a few people have said something. I would probably jumped on that bandwagon. I would jump on the bandwagon quick before the bandwagon drives off. It is indeed room 101. Question 8. How many shades of grey are there? No, this is one Tish was straight on with. Seriously? My sister's 51. Oh, hello. My sister's fridge snores. Literally, it's new, it's too small, and it snores 3. 3 shades of grey, light grey, medium grey, and dark grey. I'll be honest. I say, if you believe in something, you believe in something and you say it. Even when the odds look stacked against you and everybody else is saying 50. There are indeed, in the terms of this quiz and the fact that it's a movie or book round, there are indeed 50 Shades of Grey. And if you're thinking of Christian Grey, please don't. What is the colour of his playroom? Dun, dun, dun. Not that I've actually been, to be clear. What is the colour of Christian Grey's playroom? It's not, I'll tell you, it's not interesting, it's not spooky, it's just annoying. Why? A red, a pink, a red, mauve. Oh, that's not a word you hear often. A mauve room. A red, blood red. Ooh, pizzazz. I say, a red. Scarlet. Ooh, Scarlet Woman. It's a nice word, isn't it, Scarlet? And people get called Scarlet. Black. David, Wendy and Daisy are going very, very sombre in their playroom. Sandy was going to say black, but seems red is the answer. Red. Who knows? I haven't told you the answer yet. Maybe it is a black playroom. Although that's very dark. It is indeed. Well done. Well done to the majority. It is indeed red. Now, last question for this round. How many books were originally published? I say originally. So I don't mean as in, 50,000. I mean in the series of books, how many were originally published? Far too many, says Tish. Oh, bah humbug. 3, says Tina. 3, 3, 3, 50. 3, I think. Too many. Oh, Susan also not a fan. 6, says Ashrith. 3, 3. Oh, 3. Originally none, then some were. Mike's going down the Emma way of answering. 142. Casey didn't read any of them, just heard a lot about them. I don't think I read them. I watched the films. Very naughty indeed. Yes, have a scratch of the scratching post, why not? Some, says Emma. So yes, that's great. So Mike and Emma are both on some. Well, yes. So originally it was a trilogy. So 3. It was 50 Shades of Grey. Then it was 50 Shades Darker. Then it was 50 Shades Freed. Then 3 more were published, and they were from Christian's perspective. I think that was more about milking it. I think that she would be very, 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 very rich now. Very rich. So you can poo-poo the book all you like, but she must be a millionaire. Very, very rich indeed. What are you doing? I'm not sure she's meant to be doing that, but it's not my house. Leave her to it. Right, okay, so we're now on to the true or false round. And what I would say is this is all going to link into the Guinness Book of Records, okay? So again, think about the fact that we're talking about years and numbers, and we're talking about Guinness Book of Records. Okay, so the answer is going to be true or false. True or false? True or false? So, 2,036 snowmen were built in 1 hour in Japan. Is it true or is it false? Is it true or false? It's very distracting because it feels like you're probably doing things you shouldn't be. Could have sworn I had something earlier, but never mind. I'm doing something and sorry, I got distracted because my sister's seat has got bubbles on it. And so we've got true, we've got true, we got false, we got false, we got true, we got true, we got trolls. Not quite sure. True, 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 true. Dear Leonie and all on board, I can't stay on as I'm juggling tasks, but I wanted to wish my virtual travel family a very happy and healthy new year. Indeed. Thank you. Thank you, Barbara. True, false, false, true, true, true. Right. What was the question? 2,036 snowmen were built in 1 hour in Japan. And I would say slightly mixed. Well done to you that said true. And this was in 2015. Now, I'm not sure how big the snowmen were, but golly gosh, that's a lot. How can you... Anyway, it's a lot of snowmen. And I have now put my finger in my eye. And probably now I'll swell up like an ogre. So, question 2. The tallest ever bedded Christmas tree, so that means it's living, was in the UK. Do we think that's true or false? Now, bearing in mind, you're very right, Fran, you're either going to have a 50% chance of being right or a 15% chance, 50% chance of being wrong. There's nothing in the middle. The tallest ever bedded Christmas tree, so living, was in the UK. Is that true or is that false? I've got a false, I've got a false, I've got a true. I've got a true, I've got a false. I've got a false, I've got a false, I've got a false, a false. A false. A false, a false, a true. A false, a false. Oh, I think I'll be saying the majority's going false here. It's outrageous, they're going in the arse. It's false, it's false, it's got to be false. Cynthia's going, no, it's true. Claire is saying it's false. Trista's saying it's true. David and Wendy and Daisy are saying it's true. Stephanie's saying it's true. Any more? Any more squeezing? Any more out of that chat? Oh. Don't know what that's squeezing for. Well done. I mean, you had loads of false. Then it kind of went true. Maybe mixed. It's true, guys. It's true. It was in 2025. It was in Cragside, Northumberland. And the tree was 147 feet high, or 44.7 metres. That's unbelievable, isn't it? That's really quite unbelievable. But it's not. It's got a Guinness Book of Record. I think we should have a Guinness Book of Record, but I'm not sure. Guinness Book of Record? Guinness? Yeah, whatever. We should get one. So, question 3. The largest snowball was 40.24 feet, or 12.27 metres, in the US. So, the largest snowball was 40.24 feet, or 12.27 metres in the US. What do we think, guys? Is it true or is it false? Tish is off and she's saying it's false. That's Tish started. So 5 minutes later, everybody else will come in. Fran's saying it's false. Rosie's saying it's false. False. True, says Pizzazz. Don't think they measured the one I planted. Way taller, says Emma. True, false, false, false. True, false, true. True. Mike says true. Trista says false. Cynthia says false. Depends on the definition of a snowball. Do you have to be able to throw it without mechanical aid? False. Who's going to throw something that size? Tina believes the first part but doesn't think it was in the US. She believes it was in the land of the snowball. Where have you been? I heard you jumping down from the worktop. Naughty boy. Exactly. It couldn't possibly be in the US, they say. Absolutely couldn't be. No, couldn't throw that snowball. Absolutely not. Not in the US. Could throw it in Lapland. Oh, no trouble. Reindeers will do it. False, says Casey. Well, I'll be honest. Some of you may be right, but your reasoning is wrong. It is false, but in 2013, Michigan Technology University students rolled a 32.94 feet or a 10.04 metre snowball. So they have the largest snowball. It's just it was smaller. Am I talking to my sister's husband? I hope not, because they divorced many, many years ago. And he shouldn't be in the house. I'm talking to Pumpkin, the very large ginger cat. So the record is in the US for the largest snowball. I mean, wow. That's so strange. 10 metres. I mean, it's just beyond. How would you even... I don't know. It's just so vast. I can't even get my head around it. But anyway, can't get my head around it. It's so vast. Oh, whatever. Anyway, question 4. The largest Christmas tree bauble weighed 995 kilograms in the Dubai Mall, United Arab Emirates. The largest Christmas bauble weighed 995 kilograms in the Dubai Mall, United Arab Emirates. I've also decided I quite like the word bauble. Bubble. Bubble. I got bubble wrap. Sorry. Focus on the quiz. True, 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 true. You had quite a few trues come through at the same time. We have a false, we have a true, we have a true, we have a true. We have a true, we have a true maybe. We have a true, we have a false, we have a true. We have a true. Used to be that everything was bigger in Texas, but now it's bigger in Dubai. Really? Really? Okay. True, false. Yes, thank you everybody. Please like my video. Please send me millions of pounds so I can be just like the author of 50 Shades of Grey. 50 Shades of Touring. Maybe I should have changed my... That's where I went wrong. If I had 50 Shades of Virtual Touring, I'd have so many followers. So many followers. Followers. I've forgotten what the question was. 50 Shades of Leonie. Sounds a little bit saucy, doesn't it? The largest Christmas bauble. Well, quite a few were true. But actually, I'll be honest, it's false. Because it was even bigger. I said 995 kilograms. Oh, no, 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 no. 1,100 kilograms, or in pounds, 2,425 pounds. 1,100 kilograms. I mean, seriously, that's not a bauble going on the largest tree, because that tree would be like, split. If you think about pumpkin, it's 110 ginger cats, his size, and he's massive. I mean, they'd never all kind of get together. They'd probably fight and never fall off enough to form a bauble, but still, that's a lot. It's a lot of ginger cats. Other colours and varieties are available. Question 5 was looking for gonks, but kind of can't find much about gorgles. Oh, wow, a gonk and a bauble is a gorgle. I'm liking it, but it's not what I meant. I was looking for gonks. There isn't much about gonks. So I've gone on to garden gnomes because, quite frankly, they're quite cool too. Obviously, you know, depending on how you feel about them. So the largest garden gnome was built in 1998. Is that true or is that false? The largest garden gnome is like a ginger cat. Sorry, just singing to Pumpkin. He likes it. Not. Sorry. Is everybody with me? It's that gap. True. Susan's going in. She's saying true. She's chocolate fueled. Leslie's saying true. Tisha's saying true. Mike's going false. We've got a false, a true. I've got now where we got to. Savannah's saying false. True, false, true, false. I think you're kind of, wow, true, false, false, false. It hasn't been built yet. We've got a false. A first, a false. Linda B will build the largest. Do you know what? I did actually think she's probably got it in her back garden. It'd be in her front garden, to be fair. Well, I just found this massive gonk. She doesn't sound like that. She's going to have to watch his back, otherwise it's pointless. Chocolate is brain food. Yes, okay. Brain food. Bye, Pumpkin. The largest golden gnome was built in 1998. And that is true. Question 6. It's 25 feet, 11 inches, or 7.91 meters tall. Is that true or false? Do you have a 25-foot garden gnome roaming around? Okay, no, you don't. Don't answer that question. It's not roaming around, Len. It's not real. Do you have a 25-foot garden gnome? Not roaming, just gardening, just in the garden, or gnoming. What do gnomes do? They gnome. Is there a gnome gardening or a gardening gnoming somewhere that is that large? True. Thank you, Leslie. Put me out of my misery. Thank you, Cynthia. Also saying true. Leslie, Mike saying false because his is 30 foot. Guinness Book of Records. Have you gone in for it? No, of course you haven't. Fran is saying false. A Gulliver gnome. False. False. The great thing is I don't look at the answer when I ask the question, so actually I can't remember either. False. Just gnoming in the garden, yeah? Hanging out. Nope. Deacon says true, true, false, true. True. I think I read Spanner's twice then for a moment. Spanner has two opinions. Both of them are true. False, says Ronnie. Does it have a good gnome to stay in? Oh. Gnomeo, Gnomeo, where art thou, Gnomeo? True. Any more for any more? I think we might have stopped. Sometimes they come through in a flurry, the chat messages, and then they grind to a halt. It is true. And it's in British Columbia, Canada. So well done, all you Canadians. You have the largest garden gnome. Now, okay, next question. This is slightly disturbing. The largest gathering of people dressed as gnomes is 382. True or false? Could it be true, 382 people dressed as gnomes? Could it be more? Could it be less? True or false? Dun, dun, dun. False. Of course it could not possibly be true. How dare you insinuate such a thing? True, true, a few. True, false. Wendy's on fire tonight. False. It's got to be more than that. True, true, false. False. Much more. False, true. True, true. False, false. False, says Mummy Sanderson. Oh. False, you get more at Blackmore's night concert. Whoop. Okay. What? I don't know what Blackmore's night is. Or is it a concert at night and it's just Blackmore's? Sounds like a drink. No idea. Who knows? David and Wendy are like, oh. True. Where's that? I have no idea. I've no idea. I've no idea. I've forgotten what we're talking about. Right. It is false. So everybody is fine. The largest gathering of people dressed as gnomes was not 382. It was 478. Hallelujah! I'm saying hallelujah because that's literally in the background of my sister's film. So I'm doing hallelujah to the sound of, well, not to the sound of the gnomes, just the gnomes. Amazing if they were like real human gnomes, but they're not. So well done, everybody who said false. Question 8. The largest collection of gnomes and pixies is 1,878. Is that true or is that false? True or false? True or false? We're starting off with a Renaissance rock band. They encourage the audience to dress in medieval clothes. Right. They're not gnomes though, are they? We've got a false, we've got a true, we've got a false, we've got a false. They're not gnomes. They're not real gnomes. They're not dressing as gnomes for the Guinness Book of Records. They're out for a good time. True, in my garden. Yeah, pixies, whee! True, true. False. Boom. False, true. Ooh. Depending on what the screen shows me at any one time, at the moment we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 trues and 1 false showing on my screen at the moment. But on a pivot it could change and suddenly be filled with something else. I think that's fairly mixed. I'll be honest, Claire absolutely should think that to be true. Obviously, she's Cornish. Unfortunately, it's false, which is outrageous. The largest collection of gnomes and pixies is not 1,878. It's because it's 2,042. And that was dated March 2021 at the Gnome Reserve in Devon. Goodness gracious me. Now, question 9. It was estimated to be worth 85,000 in 2021. Now, bear in mind, that was slightly later, and at that point she had 2,500. What do we think? Do we think it would have been estimated to be worth about £85,000? Sorry, I'm distracted by pixies battling with tiny toothpicks. A gnome reserve. Yeah, gnome reserve. True, Leslie's kicking it off with a true. She actually wants to buy them all. Linda B is going to be so sad she missed this part of the quiz. Linda tends to watch on catch up. So hopefully she'll still see it. We've got a true, we've got a true, we've got a true. We've got a true. We've got a false. Ronnie's going with a true. Sarah's going with a true. Cynthia's going with a false. Caroline's going with a true. Leslie is hate garden gnomes. She's not spending £85,000 on garden gnomes. Hate them. Can't bear them. Oh, poor little garden gnomes. False, true. Yes, that's true, Tish. Leslie, they always say such nice things about you. Tish demonstrating just why she has lamb serving drinks. Trista's coming in with a false. Casey missed the question. The largest collection of gnomes, which was 2,042, increased to about 2,500. It's estimated to be worth 85,000. Oh, Casey. Mike just went fur because now he's at the height of laziness, sitting there with his cigar, his pint of beer. Can't be bothered to type out false. He's just gone fur. Gnome and garden. Oh, honestly, Wendy, this is just your round. You did your gnome work for this one. Oh. Right, okay. True, says Casey. Casey, well, I'm glad I repeated it for you, but you're wrong. It was actually £100,000, and it was sold and moved to a garden centre, which was local. So still in Devon, I believe. £100,000. Wow. And it said estimated worth. It said it was sold. I don't actually know how much they paid because what? I mean, that would be so much of an attraction because I'll be honest, had I known it and it been close. Oh, we haven't got Catherine because Catherine's a Devon girl. We can send her off. Catherine, why are you not here? You could have gone and seen the gnomes. So that was false. Moving on to the last question in this round. Can you believe it? The largest group of carol singers taking away from gnomes, trying to make it a little bit more festive, in desperation. Largest group of carol singers in 2014 was 25,272 people. Is it true or is it false? Oh, Coffee and Amarillo. No, that sounds like Coffee and Amarillo. Coffee and the way to Amarillo. Tuck in my pillow. True, true. T. Should deduct points for laziness on the old. True, false, true, false. Coffee and amaryllis. Probably a little bit planty. True, true, false, true. I now have Amarillo. And then the way to Amarillo. Well, I'm not sure they went. Well, maybe they did. I don't know how they worked out. I spend too much time on these quizzes. If I go even to even more data, literally I'd need weeks. Largest group of carol singers. I mean, can you be a carol singer in a group without going door to door? You'd have to have a massive garden full of all the gnomes. And then how would you know? Maybe it's the gnomes singing and not the carol singers. Where's Rosie? Rosie needs to say something daft now to make me feel less like I'm losing my mind. Cheers. Cheers to everybody. Is this the way to Amarillo? Chewing my pillow. False. I think they did it online and it was a larger group. Dun, dun, dun. It is a lovely glass, isn't it? Not mine, my sister's. Foghorn Leghorn, thank you, Rosie, as requested. Woohoo! And it was indeed true. It was a choir in Nigeria. Am I getting tipsy? No, not really. I put lemonade in it because it was very dry. I've heard of massive choirs, but this one is massive. Yes, 25,272 people. I couldn't even get my head around it. Seems like they weren't all standing in one garden, to be fair. Could have been a virtual choir, but who knows? Very large field, who knows? Let's move on. Rock choir, actually thinking about it, no. Why am I saying choir? I've gone from carol singers to choir. Let's move on, shall we, to the music round. Oh, that might not be a good idea. Last round. Question 1. In 1996, the Spice Girls released the song To Become... What? In 1996, the Spice Girls released the song To Become... What? Oh, look how we've got a little bit of differences. We've got numbers, we've got letters, we've got one, we've got one, we've got rich, we've got one, we've got wannabe, we've got one, we've got one. You can spell in wannabe to become one, rich, one. I can't read out what Mike said just in case it's rude. Not sure. Can't trust him. I love that you're copying each other, some of you, but I was confused. Ziggy, ziggy, ah. 1. If you want to be my lover, gotta get with my friends. Girl power. 2 become 1. Kumquats aren't rude. Who knows? Never spoken to one. Yeah. I've sung some Spice Girl songs. I've just literally badly done the one which is 2 become 1. So Wannabe was a completely different single. Their first single, I believe. Now, the girls had nicknames. Who was Posh Spice? I don't actually know the words, and I think I'm crucifying the song. Soz. And I will accept 2 different answers again because I am being super kind to you this New Year's. Oh, I keep pressing that. We've got, oh, heavens above. We've got Victoria Beckham, we've got Victoria Beckham, no clue, Victoria Beckham, Victoria Beckham, the one married to Beckham, Victoria, before she was a Beckham actually, Victoria Beckham, Victoria, whatever she was before she got married, Victoria. Whew. Adams, Victoria. My name is Adams, Victoria. She's still posh. She's not posh. She's not posh. She never was posh. But anyway, she is rich. Very, very rich. Well, I think well done to those of you who have got the first name correct. And I think we should all applaud Susan O. Susan O. Because, of course, her maiden name was Victoria Adams. She is now known as Victoria Beckham. Beckham. Ham of the Beck. Looks like that chocolate worked for Susan after all. Question 3. What year did the group start? Get a little bit closer, baby. When to become one. Need a little love and baby. Right. I don't want to get a copyright strike because I'm such a realistic rendition of 2 become 1. 95 says Tish. 96 says Mike. 94 says Rosie. 92 says Leslie. Ooh, all in the 90s. 92 Leslie. 95 Casey Pizzazz. 94 says Tina. 95 says Ronnie. 94 says Cynthia. 95, 94, Fran's in with 94, Spanner's in with 94. We've got 93 coming in from Sandy. Doing, oh, so close, so close. Of course, I did give you a little clue in the first in the first question by saying in 1996 the Spice Girls released. So anybody that went after then. And I think you've come to the end. I think you've come to the end of the years. And I will say it was indeed the year I graduated. It was 1994. Well done, everybody that got 1994. Now, well done, Mary Sanderson, who's come in with 1994 just after I've given the answer. But I know you typed that before I said it, so you can have the point. You might have copied your daughter, but again, it's New Year's. Question 4. How many balloons did Neneh Cherry sing about? I graduated when I was 12. You're right there, Mike. Yes, I did graduate when I was 12. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. This is how he doesn't get put on the naughty step. 99, 99, 99, 99 Luft balloons. 99, 99. And it's really funny because if you think about the ball drop at Greenwich, that is a red ball. Shocker. And we have 99 red balloons, which are ball-oons. There's a theme. Neneh, what did I just say? Neneh Cherry? Neneh Cherry? I've forgotten what I said, quite frankly. Neneh Cherry? Neneh Cherry. Neneh. Neneh. Neneh? Neneh. Stop it now. Stop it now. You're going to lose your points you've just got. It's just blowing my mind. I was trying to think of the other thing that was red. What else do we have? Oh yeah, it's the red room. See, did you like the fact I've had a red ball, a red room, and now red balloons? It is Neneh Cherry. Neneh Cherry. Oh, now, see? Neneh. Neneh. That's what I'm saying. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Anyway, there's a cherry. She had red balloons. She's a cherry. Cherries are red. Cherry red balloons. Yes, 99. Oh, the answer was actually... Oh, sorry, I've just told you now. 99 of the red balloons. Goodness gracious me. Anyway, they were 99. So, thank you. Question 5. Who declared they would walk 500 miles? Nothing to do with cherries. Wait for it. Who declared they would walk 500 miles? And I would walk 500 miles to walk 500 more so I could be the po-claimers. Po-claimers. Not the poo-claimers. Proclaimers, proclaimers, proclaimers. Proclaimers. Sorry. Latterly laughing at Rosie. Po-claimers. It's a Teletubby. I'm claiming that po. The proclaimers, they would walk 1,000 miles, but they did 500 and then 500 more. Is obviously ridiculous. I've forgotten what the question. Right, who declared they would walk 500 miles? It was indeed the proclaimers. And then they'd do 500 more, which equals 1,000. I'm not actually sure they would. I think they'd get to like 124 and go, this was a bad idea. Let's go back. What nationality are they? When I wake up, yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man on next to you. I'm gonna wake up. I know I'm gonna make up. And I will walk 500 miles until I decide to get the bus. Ha ha ha. Irish, says Tina. Scottish, says Casey. Susan's got the earworm, which is what I always love. And I think the accent really helped, actually, to be fair. If you could write that. And I've got one word on my answer, which I know they would say. So that's the one I'm going with, lassies. I would fabulous if somebody from the Proclaimers reached out to me and said, well, Leonie, you know what, your rendition of our song was so amazing. We wanted to do a live stream with you and get you to sing. Yeah, righto. Nationality. Their nationality, I am pretty clear, the nationality that they would say... Claire's smartwatch has just alerted that it's detected signs of stress or excitement. Well, I hope it's excitement and not stress, because that'd be really, really bad. I don't know what accent that is, sorry. But they are, of course, Scottish. Well done. I know Scotland falls within Britain. But they would say, I'm Scottish. So sorry. I'm actually about an eighth Scottish. So I have the blood running through my veins. And one day we'll get to the Highlands and annoy Craig. Question 7. What were Simply Red, see the theme throughout. You think it's just a crazy quiz, but there is a golden thread tying all the rounds together. What was Simply Red holding back? Sorry. I do. I sound British. Huzzah! Happy Hogmanay, indeed. What was Simply Red holding back? I'll be honest, I thought of something just now that isn't right, but that actually was quite amusing. The time, the years, tears, talent, holding back. Holding back, sanity. Sorry. I think you finished. I think I've seen the answers. They were holding back the years. And if they'd had sprouts, they would be holding back. Holding back ears. That's what Dumbo sings. Holding back the ears. And the band's name is Simply Red because he's ginger, and then they added the word simply to make it sound cooler. Which year did they release the song Holding Back the Years? Oh no, I mustn't stop the earworm of I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more to be the man that walked 1,000 miles to turn up at your door. Right, 85, 84, 93, 84, 86, 85, 85, 84, 85, 88, 1990. Oh, we've gone on to a new decade. 83, 84. No. Maybe we should just have a quiz with me, you guessing what the song is from my dulcet tones. No. 1990. 85. Oh, Claire, it's only 3. Well, it depends if you got the year right, wasn't it? I was also not 3. But of course, from my youthful looks. Facelift? It was indeed 1985 and I was 12 because I was super cool. 12. And Rosie wasn't even born. And Sandy, I'm glad you're cracking up because I think I've lost the plot. A wedding song. Holding Back the Years. It is nice, not my... Right, which year? Done that one. Penultimate question. I'm really sorry. Really sorry. Sorry. Which band sung Happy New Year in 1980? Y'all make me feel all rosy and clear. I don't know if you sound like that, but y'all makes me kind of want to... Y'all? Y'all? I should start my tools with like that. Hi, y'all. Slow dance. ABBA. Say it backwards. U2, says Casey. ABBA. Everyone will be singing Auld Lang Syne and I'll be singing I Would Walk 1,000 Miles, and it's my fault. It is my fault. Leslie has no idea at all. ABBA, ABBA, ABBA. U2. Now, so I gave you the year, guys. 1980. ABBA, ABBA. Abba dabba doo. Seems to be a theme here. ABBA. Leonard's Kittens band. That'd be cool. Actually, that was wrong answer, wrong song. Oh, well. Trisha was living abroad. She has no idea. No idea. She was living abroad in 1980. She was living abroad. So music wasn't abroad. She wore earphones the whole time and never listened to any songs. Every name that had a gig that night, yes. Fran has no idea either. Goodness gracious. I used to play it, and I think I've said this before, I used to play it in the corridor at my mother's house, and it was one of my favourite bands at the time. Obviously I was very young, so actually it wouldn't have been then because I was too young then, but probably later, because it was on a cassette tape, you know those things, some of you too young to know what they are. It was indeed ABBA. Final question. Thank you to everybody who has joined. Thank you very much to anybody that has sent a tip. That is much appreciated. I've put my PayPal details in. It really does help these virtual tours continue. Without your support, I would be nothing at all. Please do follow me if you're not already following me on YouTube. Please join my private Facebook group, Leonie on Tour. Please do not follow me around my house because that would just be wrong, or around the shops. Next year, who knows? 2026, what has it got in store for us? Madness and chaos, I imagine. Hopefully not as much stress, sadness and loss. I will be streaming Strudel's kitten video when we get into January, and I'll just work it out. But the final question, my lovelies, question 10 of the 4th round. In the final countdown by Europe in 1986, which planet were they heading for? So there's a lot in that question. I'm going to repeat it. In the final countdown by Europe in 1986, which planet were they heading for? Don't make me sing it, because you know I will. No, probably that's not where they were heading, Mike. Claire, more acceptable. Venus. Ashrith has learned a lot. Leslie's going to a Mars bar. Tish is going to Pluto. Venus, Venus, Mars. Thought more of you could get this one. Venus, Venus. We're heading for Happy New Year on Mars. Mars, the red planet. Oh, do you know what that would have been? That would have been that golden thread of red. Whew, that would have been. But no. Sandy's trying to remember. We're heading for. And still we stand tall. It's the final countdown. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Any more planets? Anybody? More planets? More planets? More planets? More planets? We're getting lots of Happy New Years. Any more planets? Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Where are the planets? I've got Mars, I've got Pluto, I've got Venus, I've got one that I can't even... Thank you for your madness. Why, thank you. I'm happy to share my madness. Makes me think of the old Gecko ad. I don't know, Gecko ad? No, geez. I can't believe I forgot. Y'all. I can't believe you forgot either, but it is indeed. We're heading for Venus, Venus, and still we stand tall. A-do-do-do-do-do. So I think I've given you a range of earworms, and I hope in the run-up to New Year's Eve, when the clocks strike midnight, that one of those earworms is going to be going around your head, or even better, tomorrow, when you're a little bit tired, you're not really sure what 2026 is going to bring, you are going to feel that you would walk 500 miles and you would walk 500 more just to be the guy that walked 1,000 miles to turn up at your door. Lots of everything, but lots of everyone love. Make it into your own sentence. Lots of love, everyone. Have an amazing Happy New Year's Eve. Have a wonderful year ahead. We have no idea what lies ahead of us. It's opportunity. It's excitement. It's an opportunity for new virtual tours, and make sure that you turn up on them. Take care, guys. See you later. Bye-bye.